league's most exciting talent on the floor.
Oh my, man, I am most definitely up for this one. With the athleticism on both sides, there's gonna be no shortage of highlights.
Here's the starting group for Portland. Scoot and Sharp with the backcourt set. Robert Williams out there with Denny Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the 3.
Not just an aggressive scorer, Morant is also a fantastic distributor.
Lets it go from deep. Williams grabs the board. And so Henderson will bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's a three-point game. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
About a minute into this first quarter. Memphis with a rebound.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
And Brent Scoot Henderson spending 2 years with G League Ignite, the second overall pick in 2023.
Yeah, and Scoot not the first Ignite player to go very high up in the NBA draft. You think about Jalen Green with the Rockets, but an extra year in the G League, committed to staying there and developing his game. I think that helped him in terms of his maturity, and still the sky is the limit for this kid.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Jackson against Henderson. Jackson, the pass to Morant. And then Morant with the jam!
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
Bain against Sharp. Pass to Kamare. Back to Sharp. Now Henderson. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
Yeah, maybe outside Henderson's range, but the confidence showing through, and the defense not ready for him to shoot from that far out.
And one thing that Morant has always been elite at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
Here's Kamare. Three-pointer Sharp. Drops in the 3.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Now here's Morant. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Bain against Sharp. Bain, no good. Blazers trail by 3. Henderson finds Williams. Here's Kamare. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Wells. Outside Morant. Jackson, the pass to Morant. Over Henderson. And another miss by Memphis.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Avdia outside. Henderson scanning the floor. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
There's Jackson with the 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Brent, when it comes to Scoot Henderson, his mobility alone causes problems.
No doubt about his explosiveness, BA, being one of the things he uses as a weapon. So if he gets confidence in that outside shot, people start pressing up on him. You're going to see that quick first step and Scoot Henderson getting to the rim and becoming more impactful offensively. Well, I'm not sure if family and friends are here in the stands tonight, but he wanted to show that one off. Fading away on the shot was absolutely not necessary.
Now here's Henderson. 5 points in the game. Nails it from 3.
Yeah, he's so quick to react. Henderson has the shot lined up before the ball even gets to him.
Morant with the bucket.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Morant against Henderson. For three. They get it back. Fade away. And another shot. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Henderson's got 10.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Morant against Henderson. Outside Morant. Just 5 to shoot. The shot. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Scoot Henderson making highlights for Portland. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Portland.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
We've got Santi Aldama, and it's Kennard in at the 2-guard. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. And here's Grant from the arc. Here's the 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Kennard outside. Pass to Huff. Back to Kennard. Fires from the wing. Leaner from distance. Here's Pippen. It's rebounded by Grant. Trailblazers lead by 4. Here's Rupert from downtown. Aldama grabs the board. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Now here's Kennard. No made baskets yet. Three-pointer, no good.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
They set the pick. Launches it. Out left to the wing. Puts up a 3. Connects from downtown. Kennard's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And as long as Kennard keeps knocking down those threes, he's going to get more opportunity.
Pass to Aiden. Here's Rupert. Here's the 3. The kick out to Walker. Now Simons. Lets it go from deep. Back to Walker. Simons outside. Outside for Grant. There's the 3. Yes! Great play by Walker to set it up. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
Well, nice smooth release from Grant that time. Can't let him get that kind of rhythm.
Nice shot by Kennard.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
There's Simons with a 3. Offensive rebound. Outside Walker. The 3 ball. And the 3-pointer goes. Walker's got his second basket of the night.
Not at all a bad passer for a center. Aiden with the feed.
Kennard passes to Aldama. Kennard with it, and Walker picks him up defensively. Kennard can't get it to go. Trailblazers lead by 4. And here's Simons outside. Here's Grant. Pass to Walker. Here's Rupert. Fires the 3. Back to Walker. Simons outside. They shoot again. Huff pulls it in.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Stolen by Ayton. He shoots a three. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Grizzlies trail by 4. Kennard outside. Fires from deep. Portland with a rebound. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Here's Simons. Ayton passes to Walker. Here's Rupert. Yes! Great play by Walker to set it up.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
Kennard outside. This one for 3. Knocked away. Grant with a steal. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Rupert, defended by Kennard. 6 to shoot. There's Simons with a 3. Stevens with a rebound. Here's Kennard. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Kennard's got 8. Got it off in time. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Portland ahead, up 5. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Scoot Henderson. What a contribution.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Checking out the group for Chauncey Billups to start the second half. Scoot and Sharp with the backcourt set. Denny Avdia out there with Williams, and it's Kamare in at the small forward. Now here's Avdia. Takes the 3. The offensive rebound. And Williams punches it home.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024.
You know, really, by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
And Brent, what you like about Toumani Camara, he'll get in there and do the dirty work for you.
Well, what a ride for him to get the recognition to become an NBA draft pick. He did all the little things to put himself in a position to succeed, and then all of a sudden can get on the floor and contribute in so many ways. Versatile defender, knocks down some mid-range shots. These are the kind of guys who you love to see build out a career.
They grab their own miss. Pass to Sharp. The 3. On target from range. Sharp's got 6.
And you see right there the practice time Sharp's put in. Sound shooting mechanics for a guy who hasn't played a lot of games in his career.
Yep, that one goes.
You saw he altered his release, allowing him to get around his defender and then laid it in.
Henderson for 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. Here's Morant. He's got 12. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Misses in close. Henderson with it, guarded by Morant. Here's Kamare. Gets the 3 to fall. Kamare's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, great find right there by Henderson. He is such a gifted facilitator.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, "We want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams."
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie. Grizzlies trail by 9. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Wells. Over to the wing. From the arc. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Williams has got 11 rebounds in the game. 18 feet out. The Trailblazers rebound. Avdia outside. Fires for 3. Here's Kamare. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Avdia against Jackson. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Ja Morant.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
Tries to save it. Here's Bane. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Bane's got 7 points.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Pass to Kamare. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got his 4th rebound in this one. Bane from deep 3-point land. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Wells, the pass to Jackson. Shoot from the baseline. Off the left rim and out. Portland leading by 9. 3-pointer Sharp. And Morant clears the board. And the Grizzlies shooting about 31% here in quarter number 3. And the dunk by Jackson.
An opportunistic player. When Jackson sees an alley-oop opportunity, he doesn't pass it up.
Here's Henderson. Again, the miss by Portland.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Shaedon Sharp. That's his first foul.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
19 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter here. Kennard for 3. Buries it from 3. 11 points in the game.
Great sign for the offense when Kennard can start to handle the ball and make plays like that.
Fires it from 18. And it's Simons missing. 1 second left. That shot is off. The 3rd quarter comes to a close. It's the Trailblazers up 4. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. We've got Luke Kennard, and it's Aldama in at the power forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Open shot, Grant. Perfection. Beautiful stroke. And the Trailblazers lead by 6. Kennard outside.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
First team foul.
Pass to Pippen. Shoots. Walker pulls down the board. Portland leading by 6. Here's Rupert. Back to Simons. Outside Walker. Count the basket.
Anthony doing a great job of seeing the floor, and a nice dish from Simons there.
Here's the pick. Kennard for 3. And again, it's Memphis missing.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Pass to Simons. From outside the arc. Hits the trifecta. And now it's an 11-point Trailblazer lead.
And this is how confident Simons is playing right now. He knows how lethal he is off the catch.
Kennard for three. Portland grabs the miss. Walker's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Rupert. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Defense unable to stop DeAndre Ayton that time, getting inside and using his frame.
Stevens sinks it from distance.
Kind of like playing in a rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Simon's shot is good. Well, Brent, something we've all noticed lately. Is the small ball era starting to wind down?
Well, BA, I think in people's minds when you say small ball, they're thinking about 6 foot, 6'1" guys on the court. That's not what we're talking about. It's a skilled game, and I don't think the small ball skilled game is going anywhere anytime soon.
Now here's Walker. They get it again. Ayton passes to Grant. From deep three-point land. Stevens with a rebound. Grizzlies trail by 10. Kennard outside. Shot on the wing. Portland with a rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Simons outside. And a miss there on the triple. The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. Kennard can't get it to go.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
Simons outside. Walker with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Simons missing. Memphis has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Stevens, the pass to Huff. Kennard for 3. Here's Pippen. Lets the 3 fly. Kennard can't get it to go.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Trailblazers.
All their efforts on the boards ended up paying off.
And just 2 tough rebounding teams, but they gave the extra effort and were rewarded for it.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Robert Williams.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Another miss by Simons.
And they have to know that any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
From deep, pass to Ayton. Out to Simons. To snap the cold streak. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
Most of Simon's shots are inside or outside. I don't know where the other side they could come from, but he can hit from anywhere.
So it's the Trailblazers winning this one easily.
Matchup tonight in some regards, but everyone loves an underdog.
Yeah, let's not forget, this is the NBA. Anything can happen, and even lower-ranked teams are elite. We could still have a real contest on our hands tonight.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Thompson is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then it's Derek Lively. And it's Marshall in at the 3 spot.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
With all the attention Clay gets, it can lead to open looks for others. Nice decision.
Here's Morant after the Mavericks pick up 3. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
The only way he was getting to the hoop was to use the double clutch.
Irving looking for an opening. Lets the 3 fly. Grizzlies with the rebound. After earning the number 2 seed in the 2023 playoffs, Richard, last season was a lost year because of all those injuries and other things in Memphis.
John Morant only played 9 games last year. Desmond Bane missed half the year. Marcus Smart out. The Grizzlies still have a lot of young talent and a very bright future.
Here's Jackson. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Nice job completing the break. Triple J gets the points.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make them all.
Irving for 3. Another miss by Irving. The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Now here's Wells. Defense right on him. Payton for 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Thompson with it. Now defended by Bane. Here's Davis. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
I I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
And here's a guy that's not in coast mode. Jackson is going to give it all he has every minute he's on the floor. That's how he earns the and one.
And, Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, there's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
Oh, I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Here's Irving, following the basket by John Morant. And Kyrie Irving gets the three. Irving's got 5 points so far.
Oh, what a pretty shot from Kyrie Irving. This man just has the perfect touch from any distance.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. Here's Irving. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Superb concentration from Irving. He's excellent at sticking with his shot through contact.
Dallas shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Now here's Morant. He's got 6. Drains the three-pointer.
When Ja is knocking down that three consistently, it takes his game to a different level.
Irving for 3. Drills the three-pointer. He's got 11.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And it's Morant missing. Dallas has gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Thompson passes to Irving, shoots over Wells, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
This is Irving's mentality. He understands that he is out there to shoot and shoot often, especially off the catch.
Now here's Morant. 9 points in the game so far. Outside for Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking it.
Here's Irving. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. And so it's Bain with it. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. They trail by 3.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Davis. Grizzlies making the shot. On the wing, Irving. The 3. Rebounded by Jackson. Memphis is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Now here's Wells. He's guarded by Davis. Stolen by Thompson. The deep 3 from Irving. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Williams, also Exum out there. P.J. Washington is out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Prosper in at the power forward. Memphis trailing here. Kennard with the ball. They set the pick. Inside, here's Huff. Pippen with the wide open look. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Here's Kennard. After Dante Exum's bucket, Pippen finds Kennard. To the middle, here's Huff. It's rebounded by Dallas. Picked off in midair. He drains the quick shot. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. He takes it in. And it's Washington missing. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Kennard against Williams. Kennard's shot is off. The Mavericks leading. And here's Exum. Beyond the arc. Dallas, no good that time either. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. Here's Stevens. A finish. And that one is hammered home.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Kennard for 3. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Pass to Prosper. From deep, Washington hands it from downtown. Washington's got 5 points now this quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
And here are the Grizzlies now. The Mavericks making the shot. Tipped away. And they're pushing it up. Prosper misses. Memphis has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Pass to Aldama. Down low. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Williams can't hit. Grizzlies have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Outside Pippen. In the corner, Kennard with it. To the inside. Pass to Steffens. Kennard on the wing. Back to Aldama. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
On the wing, Williams. Defended by Pippen. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. There's 39 seconds left in the first half. Dallas again missing. Grizzlies have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. They set the screen. Kennard for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how it plays out.
3.
There's 14 seconds left to play here in the half. There's a screen by Aldama. And it's Luke Kennard with the 3. Kennard's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Grizzlies. Here's Exum. That will count. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Memphis out in front, leading by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we... Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Wells is out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Edey in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Mavericks trail by 6. RJ Morant has always had unquestionable talent. Now it's a question of can he focus on his game?
And you hope he had his wake-up call.
Oh my goodness, the slam!
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
And here's Marshall from the arc. Morant with the steal. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. And then Morant slams it in.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. This one for 3. Drills it from outside. Morant's got the lead up to 13 now for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Irving can't get it to go.
Credit to him for trying to get that 3 right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Here's Wells. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Dallas. They're scoreless since the first half. Nice shot by Thompson.
And in getting that 3 to go, he snaps an 11-0 run by Memphis.
Pass to Bane. Morant against Irving. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Thompson passes to Lively. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Inside, Davis finds Lively. 4 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Shoots it, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Morant. 20 points for him. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. The tray. The Mavericks pull it in. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Irving with it. Now defended by Bane. And it's Irving missing. Memphis leading by 12. And you look at the Grizzlies' defense the last few years. RJ extremely disruptive.
Yeah, they've been top of the league in steals and blocks. That's just a part of the DNA in Memphis. It can be exhausting playing against guys like this.
Irving dishes to Thompson. Morant against Irving. Pass to Lively. Driving to the basket.
Yeah, such a creative playmaker. Love seeing Irving find the open teammate and make the right pass.
Here's Morant. And the shot goes in. Morant's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Memphis has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Marshall. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Mavericks trail by 13. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the rejection by Jackson. The 3 from Morant. It's rebounded by Dallas. Davis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Bain with the steal. Drains the 19-footer. Bain's got his first points of the game.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes.
And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies riding. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. Davis is out there with Derek Lively. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Marshall in at the 3, the small forward. Irving kicks to Thompson. Here's Lively. And the rejection by Jackson. Morant looking around. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Kyrie Irving.
This man is a 3-level scorer. And this level by the rim, there is nobody like Kyrie Irving in that touch he has.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Davis kicks to Marshall. Pass to Irving. They get it again. Now, here's Marshall. Launches a 3. And Irving with the basket on the assist from Marshall.
3 points.
Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
Such a confident jumper. It's just like Kyrie knows it's going in the minute he releases it.
Morant with a wide open look. Morant with another miss. Mavericks trail by 8. Outside, Davis. Davis downhill.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Things are firing on all cylinders for them right now. We'll see if they can keep it going.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They have found a lot of success in transition, running at every opportunity and getting points before the defense can get set.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it.
Drives to the hoop, and he uses the glass on the layup.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Pass to Irving. 3-pointer. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by the Mavs.
Marshall passes to Irving. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Edey picks one up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Dallas.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And also, they took advantage of their quickness, got inside and blew through the open lanes. Great job of attacking the paint.
Lively trying to break loose, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Well, Thompson is known for that shooting ability, but deserves more recognition for his defense. He's got the size, the lateral quickness, and most importantly, the desire defensively.
In a tight game, he is exactly who we wanted at the line.
A three from Morant. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Irving finds Thompson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Davis. Bank shot. No good. Memphis leading. Now Wells. Morant passes to Jackson. They get it again. Edey. And Davis sends it back.
It's the length of Davis that makes it so hard to shoot over top of.
A nice shot by Irving.
The right guy to go to in this situation. Kyrie Irving has so many tricks in his bag that will help him find the shot that he needs.
And then Morant slams it in.
Massive points from Morant, willing to take the big shot.
59 seconds left in the game. Now, here's Marshall. He's guarded closer. Lively the pass to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Nails the tray.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Morant drives in. Good.
Then this is where Morant really shines. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to capitalize.
It's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. So far in the fourth quarter, they belong to 6 points.
In the clutch, Davis just showing supreme focus. When his team needs him, that's when he shows up the most.
Here's Morant. Count it. Sounds like a rock concert in here.
And guys, that was the bucket they have been waiting for.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside, Irving. No good from three-point territory. Morant against Irving. And a wide open look for Payne. Trifecta.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And a deep three from Irving. No good. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. Thank you for that, David. And that about wraps it up. So
This game is something of a mismatch, Doris.
Yes, it is, but it's always dangerous when one team is expected to win by a large margin. Because why? Human nature. Can't skip steps. These are still professional basketball players. That underdog can be a real dog.
So here's Dallas' starting group. Thompson out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Najee Marshall. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Lively in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Henderson. Back to Avdia. Three-pointer. Just 5 on the clock. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Chauncey Billups. And the point of emphasis in the game plan against Anthony Davis was to simply be more physical inside. Coach said we have to force him outside the paint and make him shoot those mid to long range shots. Sounds like they're willing to give up the outside shot to keep Davis from dominating the paint.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Thompson. Irving for three. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
That is pure from Kyrie. Fantastic working off the catch.
Doris, one place you see this Dallas team show up is in the hustle stats.
B.A., this version of the Dallas Mavericks is as tough and as gritty and as willing to compete as any I've seen.
Lively passes to Davis. Stolen. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Avdia outside. Fires the three. Again, the miss by Portland. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Irving. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed. Irving's got 5.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Pass to Marshall. Counted from distance.
You see the offensive force that is Kyrie Irving. Sometimes it's his scoring. Right there, it's his passing.
Avdia from outside. The Mavericks pull it in.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Davis with it. Avdia picks him up. Davis hits.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Now here's Sharp. Back to Avdia. Again, the miss by Portland.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Here's Marshall. It's his first trip to the line. The first free throw is good. Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon.
Shots good by Henderson.
This is when you know Henderson is feeling it. And it's why his guys always encourage him to fire away.
Irving, no good. Blazers trail by 7. From behind the arc. Scoot Henderson. That's good. Henderson's got 5 points.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And Robert Williams picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Davis. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Yeah, between his length and touch, Davis is the perfect interior player.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Well, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 9.
And there's Henderson, just so quick. I mean, he loves to get out and run.
Lively with a screen on Avdia. Pass to Irving. Here's Marshall. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Henderson against Irving. Henderson, the pass to Sharp. And he hits it to tie the game.
And his athleticism is big for Sharp in the post. And he can finish with either hand as well. So he'll get a lot of points down low there in his career. The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Hits the 3-pointer.
Yeah, he's really giving up size in that matchup. But on the perimeter, he can find the room he needs.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
4-3. Oh, with the clock running down, he nails a big shot.
Big shot take.
And so it's Scoot Henderson making highlights for Portland. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Back after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Portland.
Well, they've really been racking up 3-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. They've got Daniel Gafford. Williams is out there with Dante Exum. Then there's P.J. Washington, and it's Prosper in at the power forward position. Pass to Simons. Second shot opportunity. Washington grabs the miss. Dallas has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously, and size certainly helps, and then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Exum, again, the Mavericks, good for 2 more. Blazers trail by 3. Outside for Grant. Simons outside. The 3. They get it back. Back to Grant. Launches it. Knocks down the long J. Grant's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
No hesitation from Grant. He's not bashful shooting off the catch when given the chance.
Williams misses. The Trailblazers have gotten nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. Kept alive. Walker passes to Graham. There's the triple. Out to Simons. For 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Well, Portland's shooting the ball at 43% from the field. To the inside. Walker finds Graham. Here's Rupert. Just 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. Fires in the triple. Rupert's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
When Jeremy Grant is dishing out an assist, that is a great sign for this team.
It's Exum on the wing. He's got 5. The putback. It's Exum on the wing. The 3 from Washington. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Gafford. Portland leading by 3. Simons with it. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. And the basket by Rupert.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Pass to Exum. Here's Prosper. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
And they recover it. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, true to form in today's NBA, as a big man, DeAndre Ayton has face-up ability, and that's critical.
Washington, a good look. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel. We have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win-now mode, Allie. Thank you. Williams from long range drains the triple. Williams has got 7.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Simons against Williams. Let's go with a 3. And it's Jeremy Grant with a foul. So that'll be a second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
At least the over-the-back call comes from playing hard. But you'd like to see him get better position.
They like to fly in at the last moment rather than establish position early.
And here's Grant from the arc. It's hauled in by Exum.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. May want to try a different approach moving forward.
Gafford passes to Washington. Now here's Williams. Beyond the arc. Walker pulls down the board. From downtown. Out to the wing. Simons outside. And here's Grant from the arc. Ayton passes to Walker. Grant left side. Pass to Rupert. Walker with it. Simons left side. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Mavericks ball.
Here's Williams. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into the half. All right, Allie's ready to go. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Scoot Henderson. What a contribution.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Walker out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Rupert in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. So Portland ends up going with a new group. Stolen by Davis. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break.
Putting the D in Davis. Anthony Steele igniting the break.
Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
And it's Irving missing.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Avdia can't get it to go. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Back to Marshall. And there's the foul. It'll go on Shaedon Sharpe. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Pass to Kamari. Henderson outside. And there's the rejection.
Whoa, big time block from Kyrie Irving. Guys love seeing him hustle on that end.
And he recovers it. Avdia passes to Williams. 4 on the clock. Another shot. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
Dallas has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Irving against Henderson. Here's Davis, right wing. Here's Marshall. Portland with a rebound. Outside Sharpe. Launches a 3. Offensive board. Back to Avdia. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. Shot's good by Henderson.
He's so quick to react. Henderson has the shot lined up before the ball even gets to him.
Here's Marshall. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. It's Sharpe on the wing. Give him 8. Mavericks trail by 4. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And out of bounds, the Trailblazers will take it.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
For Portland, they've gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. That 3's off the mark.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Thompson. Clay busting it up inside.
Well, with his big and long frame, Klay Thompson can get inside and score. And it doesn't matter if the defense has good position.
Williams passes to Avdia. Jacks up a 3. He drops it from range. Avdia's got 6.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everything.
Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
Listen, that's a looking hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, you've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks. So Portland ends up going with a new group. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by Exum. Mavericks trail by 7. Williams from long range. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Portland, no good that time either.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Prosper. The kick out to Williams. The 3 is up. Dallas, no good that time either. Here are the Blazers with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Walker for 3. Sinks it from distance. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. It's going to be Gafford shooting. It's going to be on Jabari Walker, and he'll be shooting his first free throw. Portland leading by 7. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Grant from the arc. Pass to Rupert. And here's Grant from deep. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Gafford's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Off target from outside. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Well, it's clear the defensive focus was to... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. So the Mavericks 5 right now. Williams is out there with Dante Exum. Then there's P.J. Washington. Then it's Daniel Gafford. And it's Prosper in at the 4-man position. So both teams changing it up here. Mavericks on D. 3-pointer Sharp. Takes a 3. And Avdia with the basket on the assist from Sharp.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharp with tremendous upside to his game.
Pulls it from the top of the key, and he nails that one right through the heart.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
And the shot goes. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
Yeah, great find right there by Henderson. He is such a gifted facilitator.
Irving for 3. Nice D from Henderson. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A. Keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged. Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
Lively with a screen on Henderson. Irving, the pass to Davis. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving.
3.
Irving's got 3 assists now in this one. Avdia from outside. The Mavericks pull it in. Fires the 3. And the Mavericks, another 3.
Well, this guy lives out there. Irving, one of the best 3-point shooters in the game.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Henderson. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th here. Irving looking around. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Kamari.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3-ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Throw it down on the lob.
In the live game, we don't see that many 6'2 players on the finishing end, but Henderson is a prime exception.
Davis a screen. Irving the pass to Davis. Avdia with a steal. It's Sharp on the wing. Now Avdia. Shoots over Davis. They get the rebound. Up top Avdia. This one for 3. And he can't get that one. Excellent D there from Davis. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break. And he flubs it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Here we go. Ooh, look at Davis hustling up court.
And I'll tell you what, I just love how Davis runs the floor. Just incredible. I mean, how do you stop him in these situations?
Williams finds Henderson. Thompson against Sharp. Pass to Kamari. Here's the 3. On target from range.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Irving, no good. Trailblazers lead by 9. Henderson scanning the floor.
Whoa!
A big finish right there!
He destroyed the rim. You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Marshall with the bucket.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
It's stolen by Lively. Davis with it. Avdia picks him up. Irving for 3. Portland with a rebound. Avdia's got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the middle. Sharp against Irving. Off the outside. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Dallas has gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the fourth. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, you love the unselfish nature of Kyrie Irving. He understands it's his job to make the guys around him feel good and find them in their sweet spots.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Davis. The 3 from Thompson. Portland with a rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Thompson against Sharp. Left side Williams. Pass to Kamari. 6 on the shot clock. Avdia from outside. Drains the triple. The drive by Irving. And so Portland takes the win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat.
side is able to remain more effective.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Wells is out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Edey in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Trailblazers, they've got Jeremy Grant and Fernie Simons out there with Denny Avdia. Then there's Klingon, and it's Kamare in at the power forward position. Greg, with how explosive John Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Wells kicks to Jackson. Three-pointer. Kept alive. Pass to Bane. Klingon with the steal. Avdia against Morant. Here's the three. Avdia can't hit.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
To the wing right side. Stolen by Avdia. A three ball. Edey with the rebound. Memphis has gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Jackson passes to Morant. Memphis moving it around. No coverage that side.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That is his first foul of the game. Portland with the ball. 4-point game. Here's Klingon. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Memphis has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Edey can't hit. Portland's gone 0 or 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
You can't teach size, right? Klingon is already one of the bigger guys in this league, and you can see him adding another 10 or 15 pounds of muscle.
And it's Morant missing.
Yeah, he tried to adjust, but he got smothered. Good defense.
Outside, Avdia. For the three. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 4 rebounds in this game. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter would just do a little bit of everything. And how about the awareness by Klingon, a big man who can sense when one of his teammates is open.
Stolen by Grant. Here's Avdia. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And a wide open look for Bane. Off target with his 3. Portland trailing here. Pass to Grant. Avdia on the wing. Here's Kamare. Morant with the steal. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Simons from outside. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 5 rebounds tonight. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
It's like reading a picture book for Morant. He makes it look insanely easy.
Grant for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edey's got 6 rebounds in the game. Bane finds Morant. Going inside. And it's Portland with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pass to Kamare. .26 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Portland no good that time either. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Here's Edey. Here's Morant. And he drives in.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
Simons with the ball. For 3.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Sharp. Hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the game. Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Grizzlies. He finishes. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what's your take on the Grizzlies so far?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Santi Aldama, Luke Kennard out there with Pippen, and it's Stevens in at the 3 spot. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. It's going to be Kennard shooting. Shaedon Sharpe picks one up, and he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen, the best three-point shooter or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
So, Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those 3 outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those 3 guys. That's a great base for the future.
First personal foul. First team foul.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Sharpe. Drains it from beyond the arc. Sharpe's got 7 points.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharpe's range.
Sharpe against Kennard. Fires from deep. A rebound by Reith.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Pass to McGowens. There's the triple. It's tipped, and they recover it. Tries again. It's rebounded by Memphis. They've led by as much as 10. Kennard against Sharpe. Unloads. The shot's good from Kennard. He's got 9.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Here's Sharpe, and then Sharpe with the dunk.
We've heard the stories about Sharpe and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
Pass to Stephens. Kennard against Sharpe. There's a screen by Aldama. The 3, pocket 6, and that's good. Luke Kennard for 3. Kennard's got the lead up to 10 now for the Grizzlies. To the left side wing. Walker the pass to McGowan. Offensive rebound. Pass to Sharp from downtown. Shoots the three. And the three ball is good.
An exciting player coming into his own. We're seeing all of what Sharp has in this one.
Kennard for three. A rebound by Reith. Reith has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Sharp. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Now just a 5-point Grizzly lead. The Grizzlies shooting the ball at 42%. Sharp against Kennard. Pass to Huff. Takes a three. Connects from three-point range. Huff's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Henderson against Pippen. Here's McGowan. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Aldama passes to Pippen. Back to Aldama. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Now, here's Kennard. He's tightly guarded. Good on the bucket.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
Here's McGowan. And so that's the end of the first half. Grizzlies lead by 10 from Portland. We're back in a moment.
Grizzlies 31.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. And here's Moran. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. You've got Anthony Simon. He's out there with Avdia. Grant is out there with Klingon. And it's Kamare in at the 4-man position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Klingon's shot is off. Memphis leading by 12. And, you know, Stan, we've watched Desmond Bane evolve into a #1 option on offense. He's always been there, but now he really is at the top of the heap.
Yeah, he sure is. Look, Kevin, you know, he came into the league as a three-point shooter, and he's a great one. But he's developed his game off the dribble, very good mid-range shooter, and he's strong enough to finish around the rim.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone. Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back-and-forth moments.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Here's Kamare. Knocks it loose. Memphis has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Tries the spin move. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You can see, and Coach, you can feel John Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. Jackson finds Morant. Back to Jackson, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Trailblazers trail by 14. Simons surveying the D. Stolen. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the NBA again set records for attendance. Overall, arenas were filled to 98% of capacity. Commissioner Adam Silver says we're in a great position. You almost can't fit more people in our arenas. Kevin, he made it clear the area for growth is in media and especially in mobile viewing.
David, you know this, directly to the fan. I mean, my goodness, all the different ways you can consume the game, it's beautiful. You coached Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But do you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet? There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Now it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Now here's Morant for three. The Grizzlies with another miss. Fires for three. And it's Simons missing. Memphis leading by 7. Wells kicks to Jackson. Pass to Morant. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Morant's got 6 here in this quarter. Well, Stan, after 11 seasons with this Blazer organization, Damian Lillard traded away in 2023. What a run he had for Portland.
Incredible, Kevin. Not only in terms of his scoring and his individual honors, but the success he brought to the team. While they didn't get over the top and get to the finals, they were a consistent winner. If you were a fan in Portland, you had a good team to come and watch for all of those years.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
51 seconds left in the third. From the arc, and the rejection by Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And how about the hands on Jackson? Makes a good target on that frame and then able to finish off the alley-oop.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Pass to Kamare. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Grant the pass to Simons. Outside, Avdia. Gets it off. Oh, my goodness, with no time left on the clock.
Without a moment to spare, he guts this one out.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll return shortly. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game, presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammates. That is pretty.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Pippen is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Huff in at the 5, down low.
Oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. At 3 off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage. And good quickness there. Sharp, exciting to watch when he's in attack mode.
Sharp against Kennard. Jacks up a 3. Portland grabs the miss. Walker's got 4 rebounds now tonight, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sharp. Memphis leading by 4. Kennard for three. A rebound by Reith. Reith has got 7 rebounds in the game. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
Kennard for three. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Just too many missed threes for him tonight. He must be sharper here down the stretch.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. We've seen some flashes, Coach, from Shaedon Sharp in his career. He can get hot in a hurry.
Well, look, Kevin, he is a great athlete, and when his shot starts to fall consistently, he can be electric. Right now, he's putting it together little by little. He's just got to continue to improve.
And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And also, they continue to take advantage on the offensive glass. Those extra possessions paying off in second chance points.
Kennard against Sharp. Shot to stop the run. And it's Luke Kennard with the three. Kennard's got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies. The Trailblazers have gotten every shot. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
Sharp against Kennard. Misses the three. The Trailblazers have gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6. And that one is good.
And this young guy is already imposing his will on the game. Sharp, someone you can count on in the moment.
Kennard for three. Good on the triple. Kennard's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Pass to Stephens. Back to Kennard. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Fires the three. And no good that time. Trailblazers leading by 3. There's the try. Aldama with the rebound.
And priority number 1 has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Henderson against Pippen. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Oh, huge bucket from Sharp. You know he's got to be feeling good after that.
There's a screen by Aldama. Kennard on the wing. Defended by Sharp. Pass to Huff. It's up a 3. Portland grabs the miss.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Yeah, they really wanted that bucket to go. You can't get discouraged, though.
Here's Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead. And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. And we felt it. Even over here we felt it. Parries the long-range jumper.
And one of Sharp's signature moves, the tight handles allow him to create space with ease.
Here's Kennard. The Trailblazers win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but
This is Brian Anderson. And here's Memphis' starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Bain. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Wells in at the 3. And for Dallas, they've got Thompson. Anthony Davis is out there with Derek Lively. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Marshall in at the 3. On paper, Clark, this is a mismatch, but the game is played on the floor.
I see where you're going with that, BA. When I look at the talent disparity between these teams, it's wide and deep. It's a chasm. So I see no opportunity for any kind of surprise here.
Morant looking around. Kicks it out to Bain. Pass to Wells. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession. Left side Morant, and he lobs it up. The ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Lively. Here's Davis, and he lays it in off the breakaway.
Anthony Davis understands the value of points in transition, getting out and finishing on the break.
Here's Edey, covered by Lively. Pass to Wells. Here's Edey. 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot. And now the Mavs on the run. And Davis gets it to go.
Nice read by Thompson right there, you know, showing he's more than just a shooter with plays like this.
Morant, the pass to Wells. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And if you're looking for identifiable team mascots, Clark, some say the Mavericks champ, the horse, is near the top of the list.
Yeah, he does get after it. Also, the Mavs man. Dallas is rolling out a couple of iconic figures to keep that crowd on fire. Look, you never want to foul a jump shooter. And, guys, hear me on this. I'm pretty sure Clay qualifies as a jump shooter.
Both free throws good from Thompson.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
And so Moran will bring it up for the Grizzlies. 4-point game. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Morant not afraid to get in there and play big, showing his toughness in close.
Irving with it. He's picked up by Bain. The 3 from Thompson. Offensive rebound. On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Bain. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
And here's Morant outside. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Yeah, Morant showing a bit of confidence knocking down that 3.
Irving for 3. Knocks down the triple.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Morant, no good.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Pass to Lively. And here's Irving. Releases. Goes back up. And Lively with the lay-in. It's good.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Morant against Irving. Shot's good by Morant.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Irving. Another miss by Irving. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Morant, no good.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
The 3 from Thompson. The shot that time not on target. Memphis trailing here. Here's Wells. No good from outside. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. Oh, stolen by Morant. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. From deep, Bain. Here's Edie. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass. It's a tie ball game.
Wow, he really fires up his team with his ability to extend possessions.
Again, the miss by Dallas.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Yeah, the quickness of Morant makes him tough to cover. He's able to pull up on a moment's notice.
And it's Irving missing.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lively. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Counted from distance.
Once Ja Morant gets rolling, there is no stopping him. Ja is feeling it tonight.
Davis with a screen on Morant. Here's Irving. Davis, the pass to Marshall. Irving looking around. What if it goes? That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Grizzlies.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
Dante Exum is out there with Williams. Then it's Washington, then it's Daniel Gafford, and it's Prosper in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Kennard outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Mavericks trail by 4. The 3 is up. Exum's shot is off.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. That's tipped. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
And that'll be Dallas's ball as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks able to keep the possession. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Williams from long range. Altama grabs the board. Memphis leading by 4. Kennard outside. From behind the arc. No good that time. For Dallas, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Here's Exum. The Mavericks rebound. Pass to Prosper. Fires for 3. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Down low. Here's Pippen. Launches it. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano a mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Kennard outside. Pass to Huff. Back to Kennard. Here's Huff. And here's Kennard. He's guarded by Exum. 5 on the clock. The 3 is up. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
And the basket by Prosper.
Beautiful reverse using his body to shield the finish. Nicely done.
Kennard outside. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Prosper. Mavericks trail by 8. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by.
Boy, we're going to see lots of those. Washington can really get up. Got a little main streak in him, too, which I like.
There's a screen. To the paint. Here's Huff. Out to the right wing. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Kennard passes to Aldama, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Memphis leading by 6. Out to the right wing. Kennard outside. Huff, the pass to Kennard. To the inside. To the wing, right side. Out to the right wing. Fires from 14. Here's Huff. Pass to Stevens. Kennard, right side. To the right side. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Mavericks trail by 6. Outside, Williams. Sends it home from three-point land. Williams has got 6 points in the quarter.
A defensive breakdown. Can't afford to leave him open from range.
Stevens. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Williams from long range. Another 3 for Dallas.
Three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
Kennard outside. He got it up. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Grizzlies up 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
On the court for Memphis. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Wells in at the 3, the small forward. Marshall passes to Irving. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
There's Jackson with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
For the tie. The second effort. And the bucket is Lively finishes. Lively's gotten 4 this quarter.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
And the rebound goes to Dallas. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Marshall. Yep, that one goes.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Outside Bain. Back to Morant. 3-pointer. Yes! A Morant 3!
Yeah, we're seeing Morant get more and more comfortable operating off the ball.
Outside Irving. Outside Davis. From about 16. Irving for three. Offensive board. Moran against Thompson. Back to Irving. From deep. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Irving's got 6.
Kyrie Irving, what a touch from deep.
You know, Clark, watching Kyrie Irving. Oh, an impossible move. Ja Morant.
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
Davis with it, guarded by Morant. Davis, the pass to Irving. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Irving for three. Another miss by Irving. Memphis has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot. Memphis shooting their initial free throws of the game here. First free throw is good. And the Mavericks going with a whole new group out there. So Memphis going with an almost entire new group here. Both shots good from the stripe. So it's the Mavericks now. They trail by 3. Outside, Williams. Off the mark there with a 3. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Kennard for 3. Washington grabs the miss.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Pass to Gafford. It's deflected. And they're on the run. Here's Kennard. And the layup is good. 5 points in the game.
When you even sense a break, always a good idea to get it to your man up court.
They set a pick. Here's Exum. Again, the miss by Dallas. Memphis leading by 5. The pull-up. And Kennard puts it in. Kennard's got 7 points. And for the Mavericks, they're shooting just 36% in the third. Williams in the post. The 3 from Washington. Here's Prosper. Soft touch off the glass. Prosper's got his second basket.
Keeping that head on the swivel, eyes alert. Washington doing a nice job finding his man there.
Pippen, pass to Kennard. Pass to Wells. Back to Kennard. Here's Pippen. Up top, Kennard. Clock at 4. Here's Huff. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Fires in the triple. Now just a 2-point Memphis lead. Memphis has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Now here's Kennard. He's closely guarded.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's the teardrop. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offenses. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, and as a 2-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Williams is out there with Dante Exum. Then it's Daniel Gafford. Then it's Washington. And it's Prosper in at the power forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. So both teams making some changes here. Ja steps on the gas. And then Morant with the jam.
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Davis with it. He's picked up by Bain. The 3 from Thompson. And the 3-pointer goes.
And that's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
And it's Morant off the drive. In the paint, Morant puts it in.
I think I've lost track of how many of their possessions have ended exactly like that.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to end the possession, though, and it's the reason this game is coming down to the wire. I mean, his touch from outside and from the field in general has been superb. That shot was made possible by the work of Anthony Davis.
Yes, it's good. Morant's got 6 here in the quarter.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
Left side, Davis. Thompson against Bain. Thompson passes to Marshall. Now here's Thompson. Irving for 3. He's off on that one.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Here's Morant. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
Lively with a screen on Morant. Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing.
He's trying to force his way into a rhythm, but that's not helping the team.
Wells misses. Mavericks trail by 5. Pass to Irving. Back to Thompson. Inside. It's picked off. And here's the fast break. Here's Wells. And here's Jackson. Outside Bain. Over to the wing. Right side Morant. Lively grabs a miss. Lively's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And he's going for the oop here. It's stolen by Lively. Here's the break. Thompson finishes in transition. Good execution.
Fantastic to see Klay Thompson deliver when his team needs a basket most.
Irving for 3. Knocks down the long J.
Yes, indeedy. Irving giving you much in the clutch.
And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. Oh, Morant gets it done inside.
Can you say prime time player Morant? He enjoys delivering for his team in these parts of the game.
Oh, and Jackson with the block. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Pass to Morant. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. That's on Derek Lively.
Yeah, teams try to get physical with Morant, but he shows exceptional body control off the contact. The and one puts a little extra insurance on their lead. What a play.
Here's Irving. Grizzlies with the rebound. Jackson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Morant with it. Marshall's there. Morant with the bucket. And now a 7-point Memphis lead.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Morant's got 34 points.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Come on, this kid is electric. Morant draws a lot of fouls with the way he plays.
And he ends up missing both free throws. Here are the Mavericks now with the ball. 9-point game. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. On the take. Oh, clanks the dunk.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
One of the most selfless stars in the game. Klay has no problem playing the role of distributor.
Pass to Morant. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Irving for three. It's off. And so the Grizzlies take the win. Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Avdia is out there with Rob Williams. And it's Kamare in at the 3 spot. Outside Irving. Back to Davis. Thompson surveying the floor. Davis with a screen on Avdia. Outside Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Davis. The kick out to Irving. Offline with his 3.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Nice vision from the youngster, Sharp, that time.
We know, Brent, there are many roads that lead to the modern NBA. And Shaedon Sharp took his own unique path.
Yeah, Kevin, you could say that again. I mean, he was on the Kentucky campus as a player, but never participated in a collegiate game. And then all of a sudden finding himself at the top end of the NBA draft without ever playing a college game.
Now here's Henderson. Avdia, and finished off by Avdia.
Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
Here's Irving. Dallas again missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Stolen by Henderson. Outside, Avdia. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Avdia's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Trailblazers. Here's Lively. And finished off by Lively.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, massive relief there. Getting a little bit frustrating for them until that bucket.
Avdia can't hit. Mavericks trail by 9. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Jason Kidd and I talked a few minutes ago, and we talked about the matchup against Scoot Anderson. He told me Scoot is an extremely talented player. He's already somebody you have to game plan for with his scoring and playmaking. He's a guy with superstar potential. And Coach has a lot of respect for the skilled youngster. Kevin?
Thanks, David. 3 on the clock. Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
Oh, good pass right there from Sharp. These types of plays really help team chemistry.
Back in the late 80s and early 90s, Brent, the Blazers had a real chance to win some titles.
Oh, man, they ran into some great teams, too, Kevin. The Bad Boy Pistons, and then the Bulls, obviously, with Michael Jordan. Winning a title in those days took something special, and the Blazers were right there and making the most of that inside opening. It's almost too easy for Kyrie.
Kamare misses. Mavericks trail by 7 on the wing. Thompson. And the 3 off target. Sharp with it. Guarded now by Irving. And that one stood by Henderson.
Such a confident young man. Scoot just goes for it.
Dallas has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Irving drives in. Basket counts.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And it's Henderson with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. 43 seconds left in the first. Pass to Sharp. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Thompson finds Irving. Rebound by Williams. Portland leading by 11. Henderson passes to Sharp. No good from outside. The Mavericks have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Thompson misses. Henderson, no one around him. The offensive rebound. Avdia. And he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock.
Danny Avdia. He's been the guy making things happen for the Trailblazers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we'll be back with you shortly. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Portland.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Well, they really cashed in on the break. I mean, it feels like they're hungry to get out, they're hungry to run, and they're not passing up any chances to leak out and score.
So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Exum is out there with Williams. Then there's Daniel Gafford. Then there's Washington. And it's Prosper in at the 4. Pass to Walker. Simon's on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Ayton kicks to Simons. Over Williams. Here's Ayton. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Exum's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 13. Walker finds Simons. Again, Simons missing. Here's Gafford. Here's Williams. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Grant, that's good.
And Grant doing a great job. Just bounced off the contact there and then finished off the shot.
That's tipped. Stolen by Grant. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Outside, Walker. Kicks it out to Grant. That 3 off the mark. Mavericks trail by 13. And once known for his defense, Jeremy Grant has become a knockdown three-point shooter. Brenny's fun to watch.
Yeah, that's really opened up some lanes for him as a player to do more, become more complete. I mean, his slashing game has come along. He's been a better rebounder. And if you foul him, he's going to cash in at the free throw line.
Here's Rupert. He's defended by Exum. The shot's good from Simons.
Toughest 3 on the floor. No biggie for Simons.
Prosper misses.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Kicks it out to Grant. Here's Rupert. He's guarded by Williams. Simons on the wing. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
This is how confident Simons is playing right now. He knows how lethal he is off the catch.
Exum deciding where to go with it. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, this summer we saw the NBA break up its draft into 2 days. The next idea, a bigger break between the draft and the start of free agency. The common thread is giving front offices more time to strategize around these highly consequential decision periods, the NBA calendar. Kevin?
Interesting, DA. Thank you. There's the pick. Williams for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Ayton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Stolen by Exum. Williams against Simons. Here's Gafford. Sweet little floater. Gafford's got his first basket.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Portland.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Mavericks trail by 19. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
The kick out to Williams. Pass to Prosper. Walker with the rebound. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Trailblazers. And it's Grant in the corner. The kick out to Walker. 32 seconds left now here in the second. 5 to shoot. Here's Simons. That one, no good. Mavericks have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. That's 3 of 9. Exum's shot is off. Gafford against Ayton. Pass to Rupert. Back to Simons. Baseline try, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Portland with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Deni Avdija.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is going that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
On the floor for Portland, the guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Rob Williams is out there with Avdija. And it's Kamare in at the small forward. The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Trailblazers leading by 16. Portland moving the ball around. There's Williams. The short one's on the money.
Not easy trying to compete with the toughness of Williams, especially when he's near the rim.
Davis setting the pick for Irving. From outside the arc, here's Lively. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Lively's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
It's good from long range.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Irving passes to Lively and finished off by Lively.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Outside, Avdija. It's stolen by Davis. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Got a piece of it. And oh, here we go with Henderson. And another turnover here by Portland.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Irving against Henderson. Irving looking for an opening. And he's good on the three ball. Irving's got 7. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front? Right? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
The drive by Henderson. And the wide open shot from Avdija. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Irving dishes to Marshall. Back to Irving. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Here's Lively. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 8 points for him.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Pass to Henderson. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Back to Williams. Sharp on the wing. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. He had a nice open look right there. Avdiev's got 6 in the quarter.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
No, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Answering back. Irving determined to knock down that triple.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Pass to Rupert. Three-pointer, Simon. It's rebounded by Dallas. Although they're down big right now, Greg, still plenty of time left in this one.
At this point, they got to take it one possession at a time.
Say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Now here's Simons. Driving in. Here's Rupert. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. 13 points up. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Mavericks trail by 13. So with Irving on the bench. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. They've got Daniel Gafford. Exum is out there with Williams. Then there's Washington. And it's Prosper in at the 4. Pass to Washington. Here's Prosper. Guarded by Walker. 4 on the shot clock. Exum's shot is off.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Shot's good by Walker.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Williams finds Exum. Here's Prosper. Williams from outside. Rupert grabs the board. Portland leading by 15. Pass to Walker. The Trailblazers working the ball around now. Ayton inside. He's against Williams. Here's Rupert. Back to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
Took a substantial hit there, and Grant able to finish. Wow, that was a bump.
And the Mavericks with some changes. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line. And I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give them a good open look from the perimeter.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Dallas no good that time either.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Shoots the 3. And there's Grant on the assist by Walker. Grant's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Davis with a screen on Simon. Irving for three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Walker's got 4 rebounds now tonight. 3-pointers, Simon. Thompson with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone 0-6 in the fourth quarter. Disastrous start to the period. And the call will be against Anthony Simon. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Lively sets a screen for Irving. Shoots over Henderson. And that one's good, Irving.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Portland.
Henderson against Irving. Outside, Avdia. A 3-pointer is right on target. Avdia's got 9 points now in just the second half. And Thompson kicks to Marshall. And a wide open look for Irving. Shot's good. Marshall making the play.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Pass to Kamare. Davis against Avdia. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Off target with the fadeaway.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Portland.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Deni Avdia.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Williams. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Irving for 3. Lively controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
On the wing, Williams. Here's the 3. Avdia can't hit. Thompson with it. Outside Irving. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And